I will draw more, just tell me what.
You know, I do have to go back to Mesablanca because it'll get me a lot more points than anything else since I have no medal in it at all. So, 2 Mesablanca videos in a row! Yeah! Shoving an opponent is possible when you are in mid-air. As well as when you're not in mid-air, when you're in mid-ground, or mid-surface. Not the middle of the ground, but... Mesablanca, that waterfall is moving too fast. Whoa, the camera's going fast. Is this a different scene to last time? Is it randomized? It's probably not. I think these are different every time. Hi, I'm Orange. Try another outfit for luck. Willy, Molly, Mac, Saskia, and Anton. Hi, Mac. Where did you go during Tricky? Why were you replaced with Marty for the PAL region? Answers we will never know. Apart from wanting a German character for Europe. Whoa. Oh, this is clearly on track to get a good time in the quarterfinals where the opponents are slower. Maybe not. Maybe so. Maybe Crumpets. Maybe Crumpets. Oh man, I just remembered the last time I had a Crumpet. It was so good. Maybe Crumpets. Maybe not. At least I've also figured out I'm all definitely calling this one maybe Crumpets. But yeah, it all comes down to making mock Eggs Benedict when you don't know how. Which has been a subject I've been thinking about for a long time, and which I would make into a cooking video when I do eventually launch my cooking channel. Where I will actually be playing a character called Ben. But, you know, we'll work that out. But the point is, it's difficult to make Eggs Benedict, so I make a substitute Benedict sauce that involves no cooking and actually just whipping together mayonnaise and a few other things. Yeah, and then Crumpets. Well, most Crumpets are round, but they also sell square Crumpets. And I remember I would get some square Crumpets, fry eggs, because, you know, poaching eggs is a pain in the neck. Square Crumpets, fried eggs, fake Eggs Benedict sauce that I made myself out of ingredients I'll tell you about some other time. And yeah, it was delicious. And I hate this jump, but why respawn me backwards? But yeah, maybe Crumpets is the way to go. But you know what I've figured is with Eggs Benedict, really there are no rules. Now, I was inspired by this when I noticed that Pancakes on the Rocks sell a pancake-based Eggs Benedict. And that really, it can be any bready, carby thing underneath, as long as there's eggs and a hollandaise on top. And ham, or bacon, or salmon, or what are the other weird substitutes this time? Mushrooms and spinach? Yeah, some places, some restaurants add the spinach with the ham because they think you need a green thing on your breakfast. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't eat spinach otherwise, so maybe you're doing me a service there. But maybe you're just trying to justify why your Eggs Benedict is $17. I don't know. But the point was that yes, maybe Crumpet is the way to go. But you can put Eggs Benedict on anything. An English muffin, I love that because it's simple. Sourdough, I mean, I think sourdough's overrated, but I'm sure sourdough's excellent. I've had some good ones, I've had some bad ones, but all the cafes now are just doing sourdough, and I would much rather just a simple round thing. But it just doesn't have that boutique high classness about it, does it? An English muffin, because everyone knows an English muffin comes from a little bag that's $3.80 at the shops, but nobody knows how much you paid for the sourdough. Maybe it came from an artisanal bakery. But yeah, my point was, Eggs Benedict, it can go on a crumpet, it can go on toast, it can go on a English muffin, it could go on a pancake, it could go on spaghetti. You can make Eggs Benedict on top of spaghetti. That would work, because it's a carb. You could put it on top of mashed potato? I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe we're getting too far gone. Maybe we should stick with bread-based things. You could definitely put it on a croissant. I've done that too. Or a croissant, if you... I don't know the right way to say croissant. I mean, I'm someone who spent years thinking a dachshund was a dash hound. Just because my family would say dash hound. It's absolutely not a dash hound. It's a dachshund. But, sausage dog, that alleviates the pressure. You don't have to pronounce the German word right. Just say sausage dog. Or what the Germans call it, dackel. Yeah, I'm lucid and winning. I think the more I think about other stuff, while completely not realizing what I'm doing, the better this is. I'm feeling good about recording more long-form videos on this PS2 setup. Although maybe I should move my my new gaming chair over here instead of this comfy couch. But I don't know. Probably be better for my back, the gaming chair. As I wouldn't have to lean forward off the backrest of the couch. I would just put the backrest of the chair forward. But yeah, what was my point? I'm having fun playing SSX, doing the summer of snowboard. Though I also want to record for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Christmas, Boxing Day. I don't know. I'd like to have things out on those milestone days, those special days. So many movies come out in cinemas Boxing Day. I want to release a really good review on Boxing Day, but I don't think so. Or at least not the one I intended to, not the big Net Eurozone project. What was I talking about? We've been through the Eggs Benedict things. Oh yes, and I was feeling good about sitting here. I know I'll be sitting here recording Crash Bash soon enough. Crash Bash I intended to record a big long 3+ hour journey of in 2020 for Christmas, but didn't get around to it because of not having my setup organized and ready. I could have done it 21, did not. I will do it 2022, especially because, as with my other Crash Bandicoot related long play, journey, long rasher things, which were related to re-releases of, the Insane trilogy and then the remake of CTR Nitro Field. Now that Crash Team Rumble has been announced, now is the best possible time to play through Crash Bash and make it into a enormous long video. And then, maybe even a follow-up series unlocking all the mini-games that I never unlocked at any point in my childhood. I just never got the medieval ones, Dragon Drop and stuff. I think one was called Dragon Drop. Yeah. But yeah, I love Crash Bash. Ballistics is an amazing game, and I really hope whatever Crash Team Rumble turns out to be, being a party game, I know it's a 4v4, but you can do 4v4 ballistics. I know it's quadrupong, but, has anyone tried double quadrupong? Could you have 2 layers? Could you have a front and back ballistics player shooting the ball around? Maybe that'd be too hectic. I don't know. Maybe do an 8-way octagonal thing? No, that'd be too hectic. I think ballistics being based on quadrupong, it was perfect with 4 players. Not really going to work too well with any number except maybe 8, and even then there might be too much. Hey, look at that! A record. Everything's going nicely. We've qualified for the final. Let's just not think about that. And think more about the other long form video I want to do. I semi-announced ages ago that I wanted to do a I was going to do my first PS4 journey. Recorded on recorded on PS5. I was going to play through Abzu because I know it's short and I need to get it off my backlog. I thought, why not play this nice game with the fish and make a very long video out of it. Yeah, and I also plan to do Panzer Dragoon remake, another game that I've already played through and I know it's under 2 hours long. But I was thinking of a longer one. The 2 PS2 journeys I really want to do now. I don't know. Is this good having SSX videos be my major source of channel news? I don't know. I thought the Oil Made Its Monday show was for that. But anyway, the other 2 PS2 based journeys, or long, they're called SnakeOfBacon's Long Rasher in the playlist, but I call them, whatever they are, they're like long plays, but they're commentated, and you know, I think they're somewhat unique. And I'll give more on that later. The other 2 I want to do are Dragon Ball Z Budokai, the original PS2 version, and Ratchet & Clank 1. Now Ratchet & Clank 1 I know is closer to 12 hours than it is to 4. And it may even need some editing down to fit within 12 hours, which is supposedly YouTube's upload limit, except it obviously isn't because there's so many 24-hour videos out there. And longer, that weren't live streams, so I don't know. But yeah, I look around, and I don't usually look around for things before I do them, but I've looked around for Dragon Ball Z Budokai and Ratchet & Clank and determined that I don't think anyone yet has done a entire Dragon Ball Z Budokai main story saga in one video, at least not commentated. And of the Ratchet and Clank long play things I found, most of them were commentated, and one of the most viewed ones is a recent one. It was recorded on RPCS3, like the PS3 emulator on a PC, and not always working terribly well. And yeah, of the PS3 HD collection version running through an emulator, which has got to be, I don't know, there's things wrong with that. I looked at it and I thought, it's really cool. In some ways it's very beautiful, very high fidelity, but if I'm going to make a video chronicling the entirety of Ratchet & Clank 1, I would want to do it on original hardware. Also because it's actually easier for me, since I still have a Dazzle and a TV with an AV in and AV out. I can still record this stuff. You're doing me well, Vivo 32-inch LCD. I love you. Mwah. Here's to another 12 years of merry cooperation. Let's jump, but not do anything too crazy. Oh, I've got to jump again! Oh, crap! In the cursed section. Oh no, we're a second. I just started thinking about it, and if I think about it, it gets worse. I hate bonking the rails. Still, a second is better than nothing, and it would mean I could move on to the Tokyo Megaplex. See, every single place in this game has an air minute. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, every track has an air minute. Whoa! I jumped over them! Oh, but I jumped into the tent. Well, it was a close. It's a second. Which means you have to come back here again! Which means further padding out of the summer. But, oh my god, I nearly broke the record and it still wasn't fast enough. Oh. Yeah, I feel congratulatory. Bring it on. Oh, I haven't been pressing the button. Gee whiz, where am I up to? I've got my click counter to work out which video I'm up to. I honestly can't tell anymore. I have to wait till I'm back at the menu. Alright, more points, more points. If we're going to be racing, we need more speed. Oh. Is that right? A little bit more edging.